Ancient Chinese Wisdom Unveiled. Life lessons men shouldn't miss a moment longer. Sometimes you must yield in order to win, and sometimes maintaining a low place leads you to win. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. He who is satisfied with his lot is rich. To lead people, follow them. Soft and weak wins over hard and strong. True words are not pleasant. Pleasant words are not true. There's nothing softer and more flexible than water, but try to resist it. Watch your thoughts, they become your words. Watch your words, they become your actions. Watch your actions, they become your habits. Watch your habits, they become your character. Watch your character, it becomes your destiny. The wise man avoids all struggles. When people know a lot, it is difficult to manage them. Man dies from birth. Who knows doesn't say, who speaks doesn't know. Life is a series of natural and spontaneous changes. Don't resist them. That only creates sorrow. Let reality be reality. Let things flow naturally forward in whatever way they like. Victory over others gives strength. Victory over oneself gives fearlessness. Do not seek, otherwise you will lose. Do not seek, and you will find. A man dies easily because he has too much to live. Time is a created thing. To say, I don't have time is like saying, I don't want to. Fill your bowl to the brim, and it will spill. Keep sharpening your knife, and it will be blunt. The one who knows and pretends not to know is on top. Who, without knowledge, pretends to be knowledgeable? He is sick. Care about what other people think, and you will always be their prisoner. Even a loss can turn into a profit, or profit can turn into a loss. There is no crime greater than having too many desires. There's no disaster greater than not being content. There is no misfortune greater than being covetous. You are controlled by the one who makes you angry. If you lack faith, then existence does not believe in you. The snow goose needs not bath to make itself white, neither need you do anything but be yourself. Be attentive to your thoughts, they are the beginning of actions. Be content with what you have, rejoice in the way things are. When you realize there is nothing lacking, the whole world belongs to you. Never say never, because the days go by so fast and nothing stays the same. We gain by losing, lose by gaining. I have just 3 things to teach: simplicity, patience, compassion. These 3 are your greatest treasures. Being deeply loved by someone gives you strength, while loving someone deeply gives you courage. Be bent and you will stay straight. Be empty and you will remain complete. Be worn out and you will stay new. Health is the greatest possession. Contentment is the greatest treasure. Confidence is the greatest friend. The whole being knows without learning, sees without looking, and detains without doing. People of higher morality do not consider themselves moral. Therefore, they have the highest morality. If you are alone for a long time, soon you will accept loneliness. You will never know your potential if you are afraid to be alone. A man with outward courage dares to die. A man with inner courage dares to live. If you aren't afraid of dying, there's nothing you can't achieve. Whoever undertaking a business hurries too quickly to achieve a result will do nothing. He who carefully finishes his work as he began will not fail. He who knows the measure is satisfied with his position. When I let go of what I am, I become what I might be. Live for the praise of others, and you will become their prisoner. Whoever talks a lot often fails. New beginnings are disguised as painful endings. If you are depressed, you are living in the past. If you are anxious, you are living in the future. If you are at peace, you are living in the present. What the caterpillar calls the end, the rest of the world calls a butterfly. Knowledge is the treasure, and the practice is the key to it. You can always rise above those who offend you by forgiving them. The truth is not always beautiful, nor are beautiful words the truth. The wise man is one who knows what he does not know. So the unwilling soul sees what's hidden, and the ever-wanting soul sees only what it wants. Success is as dangerous as failure. Hope is as hollow as fear. What is a good man but a bad man's teacher? What is a bad man but a good man's job? A great man clings to the essential and leaves insignificant. He does everything in truth, but he will never rely on laws. To recognize your insignificance is empowering. Get rid of the desire to have. Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. When I free myself from who I am, I become who I can be. Temperance is the first step of virtue, which is the beginning of moral perfection. When true virtue is lost, good nature appears. When good nature is lost, justice appears. When justice is lost, decency appears. The rules of decency are only the resemblance of truth and the beginning of all disorder. A sage who wants to be above people puts himself below them. Wanting to be ahead of them, he becomes behind. By remaining true to yourself without seeking to compare and compete, you will achieve universal respect. Three things never come back: time, word, and opportunity. Therefore, do not waste time, choose words, and do not miss the opportunity. There are 1,000 lessons in defeat, but only one in victory. We take greater pains to persuade others that we are happy in endeavoring to think so ourselves. Work on clearing your thoughts. If you do not have bad thoughts, there will be no bad deeds. If they spit at you behind your back, it means you're ahead of them. Before you embark on a journey of revenge, dig 2 graves. Learn as you constantly feel you lack your knowledge, and as if you are constantly afraid of losing your knowledge. We have 2 lives, and the second begins when we realize we only have one. Don't criticize your neighbor's roof for a lot of snow when your door is not clean. The disease of men is that they neglect their own fields and go to weed the fields of others. If you hate, then you have been defeated. The man who says he can and the man who says he cannot are both correct. A healthy man wants 1,000 things, a sick man only once. It is more shameful to distrust of friends than to be deceived by them. To see what is right and not do it is the worst cowardice. If you are the smartest person in the room, then you are in the wrong room. The man who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones. The people in ancient times did not like to talk much. They considered it a shame for themselves not to keep up with their own words. He who knows all the answers have not been asked all the questions. We accept advice in drops, but we distribute it in buckets. Study the past if you would define the future. What you do not want done to yourself, you do not do to others. You can overcome bad habits only today, not tomorrow. Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. Give a bowl of rice to a man and you will feed him for a day. Teach him to grow his own rice and you will save his life. It does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop. A noble person blames himself, and an insignificant person blames others. It is better to light one small candle than to curse the darkness. Tell me, and I will forget. Show me, and I may remember. Involve me, and I will understand. Attack the evil that is within yourself, rather than attacking the devil that is in others. To complain about an unpleasant thing is to double the evil. To laugh at it is to destroy it. By 3 methods we may learn wisdom. First, by reflection, which is noblest. Second, by imitation, which is easiest. And third, by experience, which is the bitterest. Roads were made for journeys, not destinations. Your life is what your thoughts make it. No matter how busy you may think you are, you must find time for reading or surrender yourself to self-chosen ignorance. Sometimes we see a lot, but do not notice the main thing. Respect yourself, and others will respect you. Forget injuries, never forget kindness. The man who chases 2 rabbits catches neither. It is easy to hate, and it is difficult to love. This is how the whole scheme of things works. All good things are difficult to achieve, and bad things are very easy to get. If you make a mistake and do not correct it, this is called a mistake. You cannot open a book without learning something. If someone wants to offend you greatly, then it is even worse for him. Our greatest glory is not in never failing, but in rising every time we fall. Worry not that no one knows you. Seek to be worth knowing. The superior man is modest in his speech, but exceeds in his actions. The more you don't have sex, the less you want it. He who flatters a man is his enemy. He who tells him of his faults is his maker. The funniest people are the saddest ones. If what one has to say is not better than silence, then one should keep silent. Choose a job you love, and you will never have to work a day in your life. Think of tomorrow. The past can't be mended. Happiness is when you understood. Great happiness is when you are loved. Real happiness is when you love. There is beauty in everything, but not everyone can see it. Learning without thought is labor lost. Thought without learning is perilous. A long absence of sex turns a person into a neurotic. The man who asks a question is a fool for a minute. The man who does not ask is a fool for life. When anger rises, think of the consequences. Learn as if you were not reaching your goal, and as though you were scared of missing it. The one who offends you takes away your negative energy and gives you his positive energy. Truth uttered before its time is always dangerous. Friendship is one mind and 2 bodies. What is evil to one at one time becomes good at another time to somebody else. A trail through the mountains, if used, becomes a path in a short time, but if unused, becomes blocked by grass in an equally short time. Try your best to be to others as you would wish to be treated yourself, and you will find that this is the shortest way to benevolence. The way of truth is like a great road. It is not difficult to know it. The evil is only that men will not seek it. A man must not be without shame, for the shame of being without shame is shamelessness indeed. The way is near, but men seek it too far. It is in easy things, but men seek for it in difficult things. Great is a man who has not lost his childlike heart. The skillful artist will not alter his measures for the sake of a stupid workman. Beware of sugar that is mixed with poison. Beware of the fly that sat on a dead snake. Friends are the siblings God never gave us. Getting something done is like digging a well. You can dig a well 70 feet deep, but if you don't hit water, it's just an abandoned well. The feeling of right or wrong is the beginning of wisdom. People are distressed by their inability to do it. The problem, however, is simply that they don't do it. Appear weak when you are strong, strong when you are weak. Even the finest sword plunged into salt water will eventually rust. Opportunities multiply as they are seized. What the ancients called a clever fighter is one who not only wins but excels in winnings with ease. Great results can be achieved with small forces. Ponder and deliberate before you make a move. Ultimate excellence lies not in winning every battle, but in defeating the enemy without ever fighting. It is easy to love your friend, but sometimes the hardest lesson to learn is to love your enemy. You can't trust a man who has nothing to lose. Plan for what is difficult while it is easy. Do what is great while it is small. If he sends reinforcements everywhere, it will be weak everywhere. An enemy is a friend who knows too much about you. Disorder came from order. Fear came from courage. Weakness came from strength. Who does not know the evils of war cannot appreciate its benefits. Therefore, just as water retains no constant shape, so in warfare there are no constant conditions. Every animal with blood in its veins and horns on its head will fight when it is attacked. A leader leads by example, not by force. In the midst of chaos, there is also opportunity. Who wishes to fight must first count the cost. You have to believe in yourself. If the mind is willing, the flesh could go on and on without many things. The wheels of justice grind slow, but grind fine. To know your enemy, you must become your enemy. Be extremely subtle, even to the point of formlessness. Be extremely mysterious, even to the point of soundlessness. Thereby you can be the director of the opponent's fate. Pride in excess brings disaster for men. If there's no dull and determined effort, there will be no brilliant achievement. The person attempting to travel 2 roads at once will get nowhere. Man's nature is evil. Goodness is the result of conscious activity. The noble person uses things. The lesser man is used by things.